gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Why? Why? That's what family members kept repeating out here near Dewey and Arch in West Philadelphia. This is the area where 88-year-old Richard Butler was shot to death while sitting inside his car early this afternoon. His car crashed right here.
Wow. An 88-year-old man shot to death while sitting in his car. This obviously is the work of the community, because nobody targets elders like the community. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Here at this planter. And now the hunt continues for his killer.
This is so sad that something like this can happen. And we were just sitting eating dinner together last night and having a ball and talking.
There's utter disbelief, anger, and grief on the streets of West Philadelphia once again. This time, family members are mourning the loss of 88-year-old great-grandfather Richard Butler. Investigators say someone shot him while he was inside his car on Dewey Street this afternoon.
Happy-go-lucky person. Go to Wawa every morning. Feed the geese down the drive. Don't mess with nobody.
Butler's family tells NBC 10 a car had been sitting near the intersection of Arch and Dewey for a while. Once Butler's SUV came into the area, they say the gunman got out, ran up on the SUV, and fired at least 2 shots. The car would crash across the street.
He's been an outstanding citizen of the community, took care of all the kids on the block. Before this happened to my father, this is truly a sad situation.
The retired SEPTA bus driver.
Wow. So he is a retired SEPTA bus driver, and we see what's happening on the SEPTA. So even though he left the SEPTA and left the public transit, job, he still was not able to leave the violence that comes along with that, because Philly is just completely infiltrated. I don't know how anybody lives there, honestly, how violent it is in Philly.
Driver and military vet lived around the corner from the shooting. His family says during his younger days, he was known for taking kids in the neighborhood to Atlantic City and Wildwood, showing them life outside of Philadelphia. Now they have more questions than answers. Why do you think anybody would ever target this man who's being described as...
If you get that answer to that question, you guys let us know, because that's what we want to know. Why?
The reason why is because the community eats its own. The community is known for not respecting elders and completely destroying the lives of the best people in the community. Out of hate, out of jealousy, maybe the, old man told him, hey, you can't be doing that around here. You need to do this, you need to do that. But, you can't tell these super gremlins anything, and in 2024, that'll cost you your life.
What is the why? This man did nothing to anyone, and he gave to everyone.
Saying goodbye to an 88-year-old great-grandfather whose family says he still had more life to give. Aaron Baskerville, NBC 10 News.
Investigators searching for clues in the murder of an 88-year-old man. We know that victim was sitting inside of his car in West Philadelphia when he was hit by a bullet. Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson, she's live for us tonight outside police headquarters with more on what we're learning about this shooting. Becca.
Gray, I talked to the victim's family tonight. They said he was going through his normal daily routine. He had just dropped his girlfriend off. He was sitting in his car, and that family believes their grandfather was targeted. This is how the family of 88-year-old Richard Butler wants him.
I mean, how are you beefing with an 88-year-old man? I just don't understand it. But this is how petty these super gremlins on demon time are moving in 2024.
Remembered as the life of the party, an Air Force veteran and retired SEPTA driver who was not only the patriarch of his family, but the entire community.
Pops, dad, uncle, brother, to everyone. If you met him, you loved him. That's all I'm going to say. He was, anyone in his neighborhood could tell you probably.
In his West Philadelphia neighborhood Tuesday afternoon, Richard was shot and killed.
Broad daylight, was out doing his normal routines. Goes to the park every day, stops at Wawa.
The shooting happened just after 1:30 p.m. on the 100 block of North Dewey Street. Home surveillance from minutes before shows a man who police sources say is a suspect get out of a silver sedan on the corner. Police say shortly after, Butler was shot twice in the chest while sitting in his car.
In his car, defenseless. You waited for him. You waited for this man. This wasn't a random act.
According to family, Butler had just dropped off his girlfriend. She had gone into her own home when the shooting happened and tells me they had dinner plans. Family and loved ones in shock from the shooting are left wondering why someone would shoot their beloved dad, grandpa, and uncle.
If you get that answer to that question, you guys let us know, because that's what we want to know. Why?
And Sharia's family search for those answers. Police are investigating this case. They say they continue to look at surveillance video on that block, and they're also searching for that suspect and that vehicle. Live here at police headquarters, I'm Becca Hendrickson for Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Shari.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetizing shadow banning this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on D.
And a family in West Philadelphia has lost their guiding light. The patriarch, a beloved and active elder member of the community, was gunned down as he simply sat in his car. He was 88 years old. Those he leaves behind are almost speechless, unable to fathom who would do such a horrifying, brazen thing. Police are following up on at least one lead. Action News reporter Corey Davis is live at police headquarters with the latest on what we know. Good morning.
Tam, good morning. This is especially hard for the family. A good thing is that police right now have gotten their hands on video that they are reviewing. Family members say 88-year-old Richard Butler was going about his normal day. He went to the park, he stopped at Wawa, dropped his girlfriend off at her house, but then someone shot him to death in broad daylight while he was in his car. I want to give you a look there at the scene. This happened yesterday just around 1:30 in the afternoon along the 100 block of North Dewey Street in West Philadelphia. This home surveillance video just before the shooting shows a person who police sources say is the suspect get out of a silver sedan on the corner. Police say shortly after, Butler was shot twice in the chest while sitting in his car. Family members and neighbors are stunned by this brutal killing in the middle of the afternoon.
He was my grandmother's brother. He was the last of them. Why? What is the why? This man did nothing to anyone, and he gave to everyone.
The family members say Butler loved to dance and was described as the life of the party. They tell us the 88-year-old was an Air Force veteran and retired SEPTA driver.
So there you have it. A man who has dedicated his life to public service, quickly snuffed out by these super gremlins on demon time. No public outrage, no BLM riots. No black people protesting in the streets, just balloon releases and farewells.
If you met him, you loved him. That's all I'm going to say. He was, anyone in his neighborhood could tell you probably. He wore his heart on his sleeve and he gave to everyone. Everybody just got to be there for everyone right now. That's all we can do. Again, there's too many families in this city that's going through this every day.
Yeah, that community is definitely hurting. Police say they are right now working to track down that suspect as well as the vehicle. They also are taking a look at additional surveillance video out there in the block. Reporting live here at police headquarters, Corey Davis, Channel 6 Action News. Matt?
Thank you, Corey.
An 88-year-old man is shot and killed behind the wheel of his car, and now police are trying to find the person who gunned down this beloved grandfather. CBS News Philadelphia's Alicia Roberts spoke with the victim's family tonight.
Police still don't know a motive for why this happened. The family of Richard Butler says he was an Air Force veteran and a man loved by so many. They're at a loss for who could do this.
We were just sitting eating dinner together last night. Having a ball and talking.
The family of Richard Butler.
Just how impactful the man was to his family. I mean, 88 years in this world, and you learn a lot of things and pass down a lot of wisdom. So I'm not surprised that people are impacted in this way, but we need to do more to spread awareness on the evil that's going on in the community.
The family of Richard Butler grieving and devastated after their beloved father, grandfather, and great-grandfather was killed inside his white Hyundai Santa Fe SUV.
Talking about an outstanding guy. No, a fixture of the community. Everyone knows my father.
Police say the 88-year-old had just dropped off his friend when he was shot twice in the chest as he drove through the intersection of Arch and Dewey Streets around 1:30 Tuesday afternoon.
And just to shoot an old man like this in cold blood, I mean, you got to be some sick SOB. But the reality is, in the community, we have propped up a lot of these individuals who commit these crimes in this fashion. The ruthlessness, the carelessness, you know, in the community, there's a lot of propping up of this behavior.
They arrived to find his car still running and a bullet hole in the driver's side window. Butler was rushed to Penn Presbyterian Medical, where he died from his injuries.
He was the man in the neighborhood. He was Richard Butler. Pops, dad, uncle, brother, to everyone.
Richard's niece shared this video of her uncle dancing at a family event just last weekend. She says the retired SEPTA bus driver and lifelong Eagles fan had the kindest spirit, something everyone he met noticed.
Goes to the park every day, stops at Wawa apparently. The Wawa he goes to, I was just told they made him an honorable customer of the year.
As police search for the gunman, this family, like so many, is left with more questions than answers.
Why? What is the why? This man did nothing to anyone, and he gave to everyone. There's too many families in this city that's going through this every day. We're not the only one. And where does this stop?
Police are asking anyone who may know something about the shooter to come forward. Right now, the investigation continues. Alicia Roberts, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.